PyanGo provides automated grant accounting built on top of NetSuite's SuiteCloud development network. We are going to look at calculating indirect costs in this video. First, the grant administrator enters a negotiated indirect cost rate. This is located in the Terms and Conditions tab of the main grant page. Notice that they are effective dated, so you can set up different rates for different time periods. Next, on the Grants Allowable tab, we can enter the account and other GL segment combinations for which the indirect cost is allowed on a particular direct expense. So in this example, we are looking at payroll and salary related expenses using the IDC negotiated indirect cost rate with a cap amount of $125,000. PyanGo provides two options for calculating indirect costs, a real-time and a batch process. The choice depends on how your organization wants to recognize expenses and charge back for cost reimbursable grants. Let's take a look at a sample NetSuite vendor bill. For real-time calculations, the indirect costs specified will be used to create additional custom GL lines for all expense lines on a transaction. So let's look at the GL impact for this vendor bill. You can see that PyanGo is generating these additional debits and credits right in line with the standard GL impact coming from NetSuite. We can also see these impacts directly on the grant award via the expense details subtab seen here for vendor bills, and here is the particular bill we were just viewing with the indirect cost impacts all in one place for your grant award viewing. To calculate indirect cost from the scheduled process, you can just access the indirect cost process link from our main grants page. Here you can specify the specific grant, the start and end dates, and the transaction posting date. PyanGo will then create invoices or journals based on all transactions that have been tagged with this grant for the specified date range. Back to the grant award, we can look at the billing detail and see invoices which were created by the batch process. Here's the example invoice that was just created. It indicates that it was an indirect cost recovery. And here are the line item details and indicates which vendor bills that they came from. With these automated features, PyanGo will calculate the indirect costs that you need to be able to charge back to donors for any cost reimbursable grants. Thank you for listening to PyanGo.